Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. I'll be right there, Lalita. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh well. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama. Hey River, can you advertise this in the two groups, the main ones, A Team and Angels? There we are. Hey, welcome. So I got the computer fired up. Let's see if it's working today. Bigger pictures now. Yeah. All right, let's have a little music. Let the music begin. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Haridas, 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 Haridas. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Wow, man. Isn't this good? Is this good or what, man? No words except Hare Krishna. Yeah, it's so fantastic, man. This chanting. Yeah. You feel like it really holds back Kali Yuga, man. Changes the whole atmosphere here. Yeah, unbelievable. It's so amazing. See, this is the real disciplic life. Just like it said. Yeah. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Chapter 12, Expansions of Advaita and Gadadhar Pandit. Oh, all the followers of Sri Advaita Prabhu were of two kinds. See, the followers of Advaita, he was the Charya. See? Charya means the example. Charya of devotion, teaching what is real devotion. Devotion is rare. What we do here is very rare. That's why uncommon. That's why people can't figure it out. Of course not. It's a secret. Bhakti is secret. Didn't Krishna tell everybody? Bhakti is secret. And Arjuna, because you're my friend and my disciple and non-envious of me, I shall tell you the confidential secrets of Bhakti. Ooh, many of you are like that. You're like Arjuna. You have to be like Arjuna. Otherwise, how can you learn any confidential secrets? You have to have the time, the place, and the circumstance of that kind of situation. I ask you, do you have it? Yes or no? Is it the same kind of situation? And you can see you're going, because you're my friend and my disciples, intimate friends and my disciples. Therefore, bhakti is secret. So let's get into the secrets, man. Who likes secrets, man? Let's, everybody says, I got a surprise for you. I want to tell you. I'll tell you later. You always want to know now, right? Does anybody want to know secrets now? See, Krishna always arranges the same kind of situation. Guru is one, the truth is one, the situation is one, just different players, that's all. You got Arjuna now, you got Lalita, and you got River here, sitting in the same position. You got Goathead Gohari Das, making a fool of himself as usual. Doesn't watch his tongue. His tongue just goes here and there and everywhere. Just free fall, floating here and there, lashing out, that kind of stuff. Yeah. The follower of the Devotee were of two kinds. Oh, there are two kinds of followers. Oh, that's interesting. What is that about? I think it's a secret, man. It's a secret that nobody knows except here. See, two kinds of followers. The only way you'll ever know, the only way anybody will ever know is you got to find the real followers. See, because everybody practically is the other kind. Two kinds, the other kind. Not the kind we're discussing here. The other kind. So therefore they can't know. You got to be the other, you got to learn the secret of this verse. Two kinds. Isn't that interesting? Two kinds. They never taught me that in ISKCON. They never taught me that in the goddess Smriti. Never taught two kinds. No, they said they're all the God brothers and everybody are the true followers of the disciplic line, except Prabhupada. Somehow Prabhupada said, no, they're not really, they're just neophytes. Neophytes are they're not the real followers. What is a real follower of the disciplic line? No one knows except here. The ecstatic devotees, of course, are the real followers. What is so hard to understand about that? They're trying to figure it out, scratching their heads, the gurus, They read the verses and it goes right over the top. You know how important it is to find the real followers? You find the real followers of the Lord Caitanya. You found deliverance in this world. You are a free bird. Freedom, sovereignty, love, true love forever. Oh, wow. Talk about secrets, man. Talk about how Krishna hides. Hey, man, Krishna, I'm going to tell you in Radha too. I'm going to expose you to you. You've been hiding enough. I'm going to expose you. I'm after you now. I'm going to find all your hiding places and just expose you before the public again. Nowhere to hide. Not even ISKCON. You can't hide in ISKCON. No, not even Gaudiya Meetup. I'm going to expose you there also. And Christianity also. And we get a few Muslims in here to expose their Allah. The word they think, never speak Allah's name. No, we're going to speak it a lot. Expose it. If you don't speak it, he stays hidden. Two followers, two types of followers. And now, when you hear it right. You can find out. You need see highest truth are the real followers. See, you need to hear the real Bhagavatam, people. ISKCON, you gurus out there, you guys with the big titles. You need to hear the real Bhagavat, the highest truth, distinguished from illusion for the welfare of others. The highest truth are the real followers. They're the prema bhaktas, man. The ones you see here, man, laughing and crying and just eating the name like ice cream. See, and creaming all over the place. See, it's transcendentally coming everywhere, publicly. There's no fault in this. Don't have a dirty mind. This is clean. This is pure. Lord Caitanya did it. He came all over the place, transcendentally, ecstasy, hair standing on head, tears from the eyes, laughing like a madman. Hey, that's having a great time being in bed with God. Oh, yes, it's okay. No problem. It's pure. The purest thing you'll ever see in the world. Great mercy. Prema. Two types of followers: the real followers, the prema bhaktas, and the false followers who had another opinion. Oh no, prema, it ain't all kinds of opinions. Oh, prema, you're not supposed to show it. Don't no tears. No, prema, many lifetimes for you. See, the false followers, man. I don't care what you say about him or anybody, any guru, man. Where's the real follower? That's what I want to know. Anybody like that? That's a greed. That's a devotee with spiritual greed. No, I don't care. I want to know where's the real follower. None of this shuck and jive stuff. And oh yeah, we're just prema. We're purebhakti.com with no pure bhakti, nowhere to be seen. Oh, we're crying schools without any tears anywhere. Nowhere. Not even a one little tear. If we see one, we're gonna snuff it out. Nothing but we only want to see regular devotion. We only want to see the Swami step. Don't you dare dance, freestyle, man. Out of spontaneous love. No, you choreograph your steps. You practice with us to get the right step. Be in step like the friggin' army. March like this, Swami step. Ooh, am I so offensive? Gohar, you an offender of the Swami step. The great video. One of these GIFs, GIFs. They're doing. I like that one. So anyway, the Vaidhi Bhaktas are basically the false followers. Now, that's why Prabhupada said, listen, man, this Chaitanya Charitamrita, this postgraduate, I can't tell you, you guys are actually false followers, but we got to start somewhere, You don't want to see me crying and laughing like a madman. You think I'm crazy and lock me up, So we'll start at the preliminaries, Just like Moses, give them rules and regulations. God says, give them rules and regulations. And Gaur Hari Das, God says, and Prabhupada says, give them ecstatic devotion. Hey, is that not it? What do you guys got? Tell me, name it. What is it? Yeah, what do you guys got? You must have something different. This is called prema, the real followers, man. Can you imagine? We're a sangha of real followers of the Krishna consciousness movement. Nothing that none of the sanghas, not even one, not even the Radhakund Babajis can prove, not even Gaudiya Smiti can prove, not even Gaudiya Math can prove, but we prove it. Isn't that guys with t-shirts, this little lady who can't fold a towel properly, and the lady hooked on a machine prove that we're real followers. You don't have to be special. You can be hooked on a machine for 30 years and prove that you're a real follower of Krishna and the disciplic line. Yeah. So anyway, I'm here to break the birds and the bees. ISKCON, you're still false followers. I know you're very proud of wearing your dhotis and your positions you got with a nice stamp of approval from the managers of the GBCs. They're just mundane persons, that just have a nice cloth, press it nice, look good, dress for success stuff, they do that in the world, they do that in religion, because they're not dressed with ecstatic prema devotion like the real followers are. That's why I never dress up. I want to prove to the world it's all about truth, man. It's that simple. It's all about prema. It's all about chanting the holy name in ecstasy and sharing the inspiring realizations and jokes that come from that, man. The comedy acts, the stand-up comedy that we do here. That's all it's about. Blood to me, it's just playing with Krishna, man. Krishna's in your heart. I'm just playing with you, my Lord. You know what I'm doing. I can't help it. Many of your followers don't know. Some of them here know. Why? Because they're prima bhaktas. They're following the real path. They believe in this madman speaking to them. Somehow they're also mad because they accept my words as truth, and all these very highfalutin, authorities, worldly, earthly gods, popes, big popes with the big grand displays, the Vaticans, and the Mayapur temple with the, like Lolita was talking about today, the big deities, with the big pots of water to wash little tears from our eyes, man. A little, we don't have any big, do we? We just got the little eye sockets, man.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Okay, we're back. Yeah, we're sort of. Okay, let's see here. Oh.
Gone with the wind. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
I ain't gone yet. We're back. Do you think I'm just a big windbag or something? Well, yeah, probably.
No, Guru Maharaj.
Okay, back to the shoot. What is this doing this? Oh, I know the problem. Just a second. Come on. Okay, I know the problem. Shoot. Come on, man. I know the problem. Come on, man. Okay. Come on. Come on. Okay. Can you hear me, everybody? Is it working? Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Maharaj. It's working.
Okay. All right, good. Yeah, yeah. Okay, the followers of Advaita were two kinds. Some were real followers and the others were false. Rejecting the false followers. See, rejecting the false follower. Everybody has to come to that point. You have to understand the highest truth. That's why we're preaching. That's why we're showing it. The highest truth, you got to show it. You got to show this prema. And then you got to convince people that because of prema that you get real logic and real clarity. They see the real guru is empowered to, from them their ecstatic prema emanates, see, and by their word ignorance is destroyed. People that are looking for the real path, they got to be convinced in their heart and in their mind. You know, heart is like that's the way it works. Otherwise, how do you know some, you know, like this person, people say, oh, well, these persons are ecstatic also. See? But they're not conclusive. If you're really ecstatic and you're really being used by that transcendental Lord, the one that's really transcendental without speculation, that really knows the path, because these books are written by those who know that Lord. See? And you just need to meet the living guru who presents that Lord, these books, Guru Sadhu Shastra, like that. Now you found deliverance. You need to find the real followers. That's simple. We're here to convince people that the real followers are here and your deliverance is here, nowhere else. And I don't, you can go balk and ISKCON, oh, he thinks he's the only one. Yeah, well, prove that you're also the only one. Because that's the way it is. There's only one guru, one path. If there's a real guru out here, there, empowered like this, step forward. Because if there is, they will step forward and say, yeah, I'll witness that also. But they don't, because it's always like that. How many Jesuses were around where you can get the Holy Spirit? He was the only deal in town, man. How many empowered devotees like Prabhupada to bring just people in the world up to the platform to have some faith in Krishna? Not even his godbrothers could do that. Only Bhaktisiddhanta could do that. And he could do that too. Who could bring 15 people to the point of ecstatic love? Right? Like Lalita said, about 15 here. Who? Obviously, we have the order of the Lord. One Guru, one Krishna. See? Working according to the time, place, and say. And now it's time for the feast, the real followers. You know, we need the real conception of Krishna consciousness to be supreme here.
To be in control, yes, not in control with their speculations, not these dry renunciate sannyasis teaching that you need to attain Krishna by your big austerities and big, no, by the real devotees and the real devotion, man, and the real truth that set people free really forever. For Christ's sake, Christ Krishna, God, your sake. Your sake. Rejecting. See, reject. You got to reject that. Otherwise, how are you going to find? You're going to say, well, I like to have my 2 feet in 2 boats. I like to have my foot in the real path and the false path. And what do you get is really the false path. It's like you get one nice, juicy apple, really nice, fresh, and ripe, and you put a nice little bad apple there, and you get them close. What happens? The other apple becomes rotten also. So you got to follow this. See, this is the map. And my great pleasure is just to teach people how to read the friggin' map, for God's sake. Rejecting, rejecting Acharya Dev. Why? Because he's a false follower. Rejecting the Raj. He's a false follower. Well, if you're like that, go follow the false followers. I don't care. Don't get your prema. They don't have any prema. They've proved it. They still won't prove it. I challenge anyone in the Raj Sangha to come and show us that you have real prema. We do every day. You come and bring the ones that have been wiping the tears or supposedly wiping the tears for many years. Just come here and let it squirt out a little bit. Let us see some squirts. Otherwise, I'm going to consider you just a squirt. A squirt. Something very small. Very insignificant. So no more time for baloney, man. I don't want the baloney. I want the truth. Do you anybody out there in those sanghas? How about you in there? Are you ever wondering when you're going to get you still on that program? Well, my Guru Dev said many lifetimes before I get prema, I'm going to just work my whole life and do the nice rituals and be, superficially nice, even though I got a lot of hate. I know I got a lot of hate in my heart and anger and, this, but I'm going to play like a devotee. I'm going to imitate. I'm still a monkey. I like to imitate. No, you got to go through the purification. You see, Maria, she knows. She says, I went through this roller coaster. I say it's purification. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's purification. See, you're willing. See, that's why the Lord, he sees, this person's willing to follow the process. That's why she cries sometimes and she wonders. See, this is a wonder. Yeah, this is you're getting born again, man. Spiritually born. Real followers and rejecting, I'm sorry, but we don't see, I reject the worship of false followers, but why? Just to make them real followers. I just do like Shiva. He rejected the worship of doctrine. All these, just like in ISKCON and all these groups, they don't reject. No, we worship Narayan Raj. We worship the God Brothers. We worship the ISKCON gurus. We believe in them. But there was one person, Shiva, who had the right conclusion. He was self-realized. He said, no, I don't do that. I'm not standing up for Daksha. You millions of demigods, you millions of ISKCON devotees, you millions of Narayan Raj, you millions of Sridhar, you go stand up for your gurus. I'm not standing up for them. One person only. And a lot of people know what I'm talking about. He said, boy, he's actually saying what I've been thinking. You're right. You come here, you'll get enough prema to be able to stand up for the truth also. And what happens? So do I stand up to reject them really, or actually include them in the truth? Didn't Daksha put his goat head on like we all have? The ones that have actually self-realized, I take proudly my goat head, proudly my foolishness. I'm a fool. So foolish to speak the truth, like Lord Shiva. We're part of the family, man. It's a family affair what we do here. You notice, if I didn't do this, these gurus, none of them or any of their followers would be liberated. They would just die by these, man. Take another birth. But here's a chance. They get a chance. So I reject them to include them. That's the way my Lord works. That's the way I work too. He rejected the worship of Devananda Pandit, this nice Pandit who's like these ISKCON gurus and sannyasis, and Narayan Raj too. Yeah, like that. He rejected them right before the face of the world. And everybody, even the devotees, oh God, don't you know? I know, we know this. But, you know, everybody here believes in these people. Believes in this Devananda Pandit because he looks the part, you know, he's austere and he's like a spiritual leader, and he preaches Bhagavatam and all these confidential things. And the Lord says, he ain't a real devotee. It's time for the truth. Set people free. Set him free. I'm here to set some of these Narayan Raj people free. They know what there's somebody got to be sincere in there. Is there anybody sincere, or are you just into sentimental stuff? You want to know? I'm not against Narayan Raj. I want to include him. And he's dead now, but you can be included. You followers, you want to be a real follower? We prove every day we're real followers. You prove one day that you're a real follower. Come on, man, let the truth set you free. Are you really ready to face the truth that you're a real follower or not? Come on, man, let's get real. Let's get raw. Let's get wild with truth, man. Prove one day that you're a real follower. We'll prove every day we're real followers. Therefore, what is the authority here? Is it Narayan Raj's preaching many lifetimes to get prema? Or is our preaching that in this life you can get prema? Because the book says you can get prema. And my disciples and friends, intimate friends, who I love very dearly, are testifying and raising their hands and raising their voices, saying, yeah, we're getting that, man. We'll show you and share the realizations that come from that. So come on, man, let's get off this. Guru, you're so offensive for mentioning our Guru's name in a derogatory name. No, I'm just in a truthful way. Come on, man, prove that you are somebody's a recipient of real prema. Step forward and show us your Guru is actually authorized. I challenge you, man. I'm calling your bluff. And if you're not bluffing, show me you got a straight flush. Show me you got the winning hand. That's all. Is that so offensive? Show us you have the winning hand. What's so offensive about the truth? To show us you got a winning hand. Show us that you've been wiping your tears because you just don't want to show the intimacy of Radha. It's so intimate. It's so impure. That's what you're saying. This is so impure that we can't show this to you. You're right. It is impure. I call in your bluff. Because if it's really pure, you show this and you purify the world like we've done 15 people already. Right? 15 people getting prema and increasing. Look at that, we got 19 people listening here. We must be having a really good shoe. Really good shoe. Ed Sullivan's shoe. We're going to top Ed Sullivan's show here pretty soon. How's my stand-up today? Is it good comedy show? Keeping you all interested? Riveted? Rejecting the false followers to include them. I want you guys to come in, man. We want you to become ecstatic devotees. But first we got to reject you and then include you. We reject. That's the way God works, man. He rejects and then includes. But look at how he did with the brahmachari. He rejected him and included him, didn't he? The brahmachari? Get him out of Kirtan. He ain't qualified being a brahmachari. He ain't qualified with Narayan Raj preaching. You got to be austere. You got to chant 1 lakh. You do all these things. He's not qualified that way. See, he rejected him and then he included him. Oh, he went to Srivas. You guys can have the same deal, man. You can be included. Come into the real devotees who have real prema. They're the real followers of Lord Caitanya. come in the door. Come on in. Come on in. This is the door. This conclusion. See, this book is the door. See? And we just hold the door open, man. There, you gurus out there, you've been closing the door on people. The door is right there in Prabhupada's book. That's why he was so ecstatic when Prabhupada came, sat down right next to me. We're both on cushions, saying, okay, man, now you do it, man. You're the closer, man. You finished the job that I started, that we started. You finished the revival. You know, get it going, man. Show them what these books are all about. Show them that they are the door. These conceptions, man, is the real Krishna, man. The real mercy of Lord Caitanya are these conceptions. The real followers is your way in there, man. This postgraduate teaching. And look at this. You should be humbled at Charya Dev and Jaipatakas and Radhanas. You can't even understand what Amy Rose understands, or even Maria, our new friend, Maria. Our little Mexican saint. Maria. They worship Maria. Maria. Mary. See, we get these really cool people coming in. Beautiful souls. See? So you reject the false follower. Reject it, basically not, reject is just like, hey, listen, you ain't it. You're just playing a part. You're just fooling fools. You're a blind follower. You're a blind leader. Okay, you do your trip. And we're here now to expose that. Think about it. Prabhupada, said, actually, none of my godbrothers are qualified to be acharya. And they weren't. And they aren't. They never got there. None of them. Not even one. There, you never see any of them. Oh, the best they got is some philosophy. And you can tell, oh, how this Sridhar was definitely equal to Prabhupada and all this. Yeah. Anyway, where is the ecstasy? Where is that? It's here. So it's time for the real followers to step forward. We're here to prove. I want to prove that this line is the real line. See, I'm here to prove that Prabhupada is a real guru. Man. The real acharya. Bhaktisiddhanta is the real acharya that was chosen specially by Lord Caitanya and Bhakti Vinod also, and Jagannath Das Babaji. We're here to show that this is the real line. If there are any other real lines out there, this will be its style. You'll be delivering prema. Somebody in that line will be finishing the job to show that, prove the line. I'm here to prove this line. This line works. This line is the faucet. You got some other line? Well, okay, prove it. I've seen some Christians prove that they're connected with Jesus. So you prove that you're connected with Lord Caitanya, where this line started. Nityananda, Lord Caitanya, his wife, Janavi Devi. You prove that you got the same electricity. But nobody but here has proved that. I see, people are all they're rejecting Narayan. Some devotees that were with Narayan Maharaj rejecting him because some Radhakund Babaji comes and convinces them that the Bhaktisiddhantas is not the real line, or Prabhupada, and they're going switching back and forth, to this guru, that guru, or those who just they stay with, not understanding anything, about the deeper stuff. You got the living gurus doing, the living dead gurus who are doing their trips. They can't deliver anybody. And we're doing the deliverance. We're doing the real work. Anybody out there want to go to Vrindavan? Come here. You'll see. You'll have the best experience of Krishna consciousness. You'll be free. You'll be free in the truth, man. You won't need a bunch of people, a bunch of these leaders telling you what to do, how to wipe your asshole. And what to eat, when to eat, how to do it. Are you tired of being treated like a little child? It's like a Biden routine in religion. Same thing. They want to tell you what, oh, well, these people, they can't think for themselves. We got to do their thinking. You want a guru? You want to continue on with gurus like that? Or you're ready to come here and I'll teach you how to think for yourself? Because you'll be thinking with Krishna, you'll be thinking about Krishna. I came here to teach you to think about Krishna and be happy. It's like here, anybody new people, I got to teach them how to think again. Just think about Krishna and you'll be happy. Don't think about your problems anymore. That's the problem. You think and you meditate and it just grows. Just think about Krishna and everything will work out nice. Teach you how to think properly. Think properly is not for yourself. It's just think about Krishna. And everything will come naturally. Because what does Krishna do? He's just thinking about himself. He's just thinking about devotees. We just got to follow in his footsteps. Think about Krishna and think about devotees, right? That's it, man. This morning I was chanting Haridas, just thinking about him, man. Very ecstatic. What else do I need to do? Let me just think about devotees. How do you think you transcend the false ego, man? False ego is you think about the mind that thinks about the world, and you wonder why people are unhappy. Threefold miseries. See, miseries of the mind, because you're thinking about the mental things of the world, the mental speculations of the world. Miseries and emotions that are caused by, why wouldn't you be miserable thinking about matter, man? You're a soul, you're a spirit, and your spirit you're thinking about stuff that's dead. No wonder you feel you're dead. You feel dead. And when do you want to commit suicide? I want to leave my. What are you thinking about? My problem, the world, how terrible the world. No wonder, yeah. But hey, man, wake up, you idiots. Come here. We'll teach you how to think about Krishna and be happy forever. We'll teach you how to think how Krishna thinks. How Prabhupada thinks. You think he was thinking about his praise, thinking about Krishna, chanting in ecstasy, and living a great life. And helping others live a great life. What am I doing? Helping people live a great life. I love this service. Teach people how to think. Teach people how to feel. Well, if you just teach people how to think, they'll start feeling wonderful afterward. Because, boy, that's the whole thing. Their minds, they need truth. They need knowledge, real knowledge, man. Not speculations. No wonder they have to give you distant promise. Oh, many lifetimes you prema, because you got to follow this path. That is not the path that Lord Caitanya taught. I'm sorry, man. He didn't teach by renunciation you're going to get Krishna. No, he said no. By austerities you're going to get. Narayan Raj is saying by austerities you're going to get Krishna. And the Radhakunda, by austerities you're going to get Krishna. By renunciation you're going to get Krishna. They're all saying that, right? And Lord Caitanya said no. So I say no. Why shouldn't I say what Lord Caitanya says? Why are you believing people saying the opposite? That's why you don't get the result and we get the result here. The desired result is prema. And all you have to do is come here. We'll teach you how to think properly. How to meditate properly on what the Lord actually said and not what he didn't say. No wonder it's many oh yeah, you're right, Narayan Raj. You're right. Many lifetimes. Anybody following your program, many lifetimes, because you're saying the opposite of what the Lord said. By chanting your 1 lakh, you're going to attain Krishna? Oh, no. No. By my devotees, you're going to attain Krishna. By my empowered devotees, man, by following the real followers, you're going to get it. That's why you see the Amis and the Lalita Gangas and the rivers and the Janakis getting this prema. Govinda, I don't know, there's too many already, I have to tell them. Freddies. They're getting, why? Because they just went in the real door, the real preaching of Lord Caitanya. I'm just so proud. So proud. I'll just admit it, I'm very proud to preach Lord Caitanya's path and his mercy and his truth and with his power and his authority. I'm very proud of that. It's my badge of honor just to preach the truth and set a whole bunch of people free that believe the madness, how good it You know, I know it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that this can be so good, but it is. Because Lord Caitanya is so good. And we're presenting, ta-da, the real Lord Caitanya. The real mercy of Nityananda. Thank God, it's been a long time, 500 years. About time, huh? Timely. You guys are lucky out there. Anybody even listening to this, lucky to hear these things, even though you don't agree with it. Doesn't matter. You heard it. Whether you ask for it or not, my Lord, well, he says the book says whether they ask for it or not, they got it. And the same thing now. We're reviving that. Whether you ask for it or not, you're going to get it. We're going to force feed you your spinach so you can become spiritually awakened and strong and nourished. I offer my respectful obeisances to Advaitacharya's real followers. So you should, is there a real follower around? Offer you follow this map. See, here you go. I give you my respect. That's why you got prema. See, you found real follower. See? This is the path, man. Right there, this verse. Every friggin' verse is saying the same thing, Karuna. Until you get it and others, right? Whose life and soul was Lord Caitanya. There you go. There's the quality. Life and soul is Lord. What does that mean? Just ask the question. Is Acharya Dev and all these Devs and all these Acharyas, so-called Acharyas and gurus and divine graces out there, is their life and soul Lord Caitanya? We don't understand. I would never taught me. And Acharya Dev never mentioned this, about life and soul. We never thought about stuff. We didn't know it was relevant. We just have this checklist, and we're just trying to be renunciates and sannyasis and gurus, and we're just trying to chant our 1 lakh and 16 rounds. We never thought, life and soul. What does that mean, life and soul? Yeah. Are you a Caitanya? That's what it means. What does it mean to be a Caitanya? See, Caitanya means life. But life, what life? Shri Krishna. Are you like that? Are you a little Lord Caitanya? Is your life and soul Shri? See, Radha, Krishna. Can you show the world publicly like he did that his life and soul was Radha and Krishna? Are you a Caitanya Das? A servant of Lord Chaitanya? Are you Gaurahari Das? See, Gaurahari, golden Krishna. He was golden because of the love of Radha. Made him golden, made his words golden, like gold, pure. See, are you like that? Do you have the love of Radha, man? Do you have devotion? Are you like a Lalita? Are you like a river? Or Govinda? Or any of these wonderful, beautiful devotees? I'm becoming so unsteady. I'm starting to love so many different devotees. I'm falling in love. Very unsteady. They're so beautiful. The Lord is shining. They're jewels, these shining jewels, in this Sunday. I can't help it, you guys in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Smriti or Christians can't appreciate jewels and jewelry, really real gold. Most people can't. They're used to pyrite. Pyrite shines. The Maya shines, right? Look at me. Look at shining. Look at how nice I'm dressed, man. I'm shining. Look at my rubber stamps. We're Guru, the organization. We got all Prabhupada's buildings and all the buildings of, that we usurped, you know, and look at our, see, we're obviously pure devotees. See, isn't that Kali Yuga thinking? You a Kali Yuga thinker out there? You're looking at people clothes for dressed for success, or are you a real thinker and a real feeler, pure feeler, that people are dressed for success when they're dressed with ecstatic devotion? That's the success. No ecstatic devotion, no success. No possibility of success. You're false. False. Even the word fall. Who likes false? Pooh. False. Come on, you false followers. Come here. We'll make you real alive. Truth. Bhakti. We'll take the verses and sing them. Is that clear what it means? That Lord Chaitanya's life is always just still a bunch of words because you've just been following gurus who don't understand this stuff. Are you tired of being blind follower? Are you tired of being a blind leader? I'll take anybody. Open your eyes. Come here. You're ready for the miracle, but you got to step forward, man. Step forward. We'll open your eyes. Blind guru, then you'll be a real, oh my God. Listen, you guys, you blind leaders, you blind gurus. Think of this concept. You can actually deliver. You keep your, I don't need all their problems. You solve them, man. You made the choice. You got all of them. Now solve their problem. Come here. Let us open your eyes. Let's do the miracle. Let's open your ears. You're deaf and you're blind. So open your ears and your eyes, and then you'll see the truth and you'll be set free. You'll hear the truth and you'll have ecstatic devotion and you'll set all those followers you've accumulated free. Come on, let's do the job. No time to waste. Biden's ready to sniff up your butt, man. And Bill Gates, he's so desirous to get in your a-hole and to know what's going on in there. They're breathing heavy for this. They just can't wait. You know, the WHO, they just put in a new thing. They want to speed up the Agenda 2030. Oh my God. It's not going fast enough. They want to speed it up, man. That means, you know, this stuff they want to do like in 50 years, they want to do it by 2025. Man, you got little time. Anybody ready to listen? You be set free in your spiritual body and say, yeah, you get a nuclear bomb. Who cares, man? You know, it's like was this in the Bhagavatam, this realized soul. He realized Krishna, you know. He was in the Bharat line, you know, he took a different births. I forgot his name, King Rahugana or something. Anyway, he was you know, he realized Krishna, man. Realized Krishna. He saw a forest fire. Oh, it was a good opportunity. He just went in there. You want to be like that, man? That's a prayer. You know, you realize I'm deathless, man. I've attained the whole goal, the purpose of life being here. Oh, no preaching around right now. Okay, I'll just do the forest fire. Haridas Thakur even. Oh, you know, the Lord's going to wind up. He knew the Lord's going to wind up his pastime. Oh, that's good enough. I don't want to see this. It'd be too painful for me. I think it's time. I'll go first. You're going to go soon, and I'll see you. I'll be watching while you're here anyway. They're all watching, man. There's no death. I bring Lord Caitanya here every day. You know, thank God I can do that, man. Otherwise, I won't be happy. Sorry. That's the truth, man. If Lord Caitanya and Radha and Krishna don't come, I'm dead. I'll walk around and breathe like everybody else. The Walking Dead out there. Those movies are just about what's going on now. The Walking Dead. They're just breathing, going and having their, you know, in the thing and talking about nonsense and nonsensical things. You know, all of it just, it's like, you know, in a fake place. And not a grace. We're in a grace place. You want to be in the fake place or the grace place? That's the bottom line now. Fake place or grace. Nice to be in a grace place, man. Every day, grace upon grace upon grace, ecstasy upon that white lotus of good fortune, more and more, happening, more and more people coming, steady, like 17, 18, 19, 20 people. Oh, we're breaking the resistance soon. You'll see there'll be 30, 50, 100. Why not, man? We're not, I'm here to expose Lord Caitanya. He knows what I'm here to do. And you expose that, Lord, when people start getting wind, wow, man, deliverance is really here. Oh my God, man, freedom is here. Sovereignty is really here. Oh my God, the door is open. Life and souls, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, and all glories to Nityananda, and all glories to Advaita Prabhu. All of them are glorious. Why? You're not supposed to ask that. Why are you asking questions? They're just glorious. Why? Why? Don't ask questions. My guru never taught me to ask questions. Just unquestioned obedience. Well, I'm going to ask, why are you glorious, Lord Caitanya? Well, I don't know, this ecstatic love, that made him glorious. Why was Nityananda? Oh, he was ecstatic too. Isn't it funny? They were both ecstatic and both glorious because of that. Oh, and Advaita also is very ecstatic too. See? So all glories to all the ecstatic, all glories to Lalita Ganga, all glories to River. Why? Because they're ecstatic devotees like Lord Caitanya. They're part of the family. And if you don't say all glories to the ecstatic devotees, you stay in this material universe, even as a demigod. If that's good enough for you, well, go be a demigod, because you believe in Prabhupada's books. You read them but don't understand them, or they sit on the shelf and you're very proud. See, I got Prabhupada's books on the shelf. I see people saying that. You see, I got Prabhupada's books. I got his original books. You understand? Oh, that's not important. We just we're proud of having his, okay, well, good. Demigod position for you, just because of that. That ain't good enough for me, not good enough for people coming here. You want to go all the way with Krishna. You want to go to home base. You want that union, communion. No dry wafers. No unintoxicating grape juice. You want the new one. That's all I'm here for. I just want the new wine, man. I want to get drunk every day, man. Drunk on that. I just want, like people like alcoholics, they want to, every day they got to drink, man. I'm like that, man. I'm a ecstatic holic. I love it, man. Just give me more drink. Give me some more bread, man. The bread of life, the truth, more truth. I offer my respectful obeisances to the all-glorious Advaita Prabhu, who forms the second branch of the eternal tree, Chaitanya tree. See, second branch. It's why, what did Jesus say? I'm the true vine and my Father, the trunk, is the gardener, the pruner. If you don't find that, you're nothing but a prune, right? You need the pruner. That means you need the vine. You need the true vine is true branch. Or even sub-branch. Connected to the real life of the Chaitanya tree. Not dead branches. False followers are the dead branches. But they're part of the tree in a sense. No life coming. We want to make it real, man. We want to do a miracle. Make that branch that was withered, make it alive with leaves so it can give shelter. What good is a tree? You ever see these trees with dead branches? They're dead, right? No life in them. And then sometimes you see a sprout there, you know, and some green on the most of the tree is dead, but there's this one little thing. That's the Chaitanya tree now. You know, it's like that. Really, right now, it's kind of like there's this one branch that it's flowering and everything. And it's here to infect the whole brand, all the other branches, the dead, withered branches, the austere branches, the branches are trying to attain Krishna in some other way except going to the branch. Just look over to the branch with the leaves and the fruits and the flowers and the birds and the trees and the game called love. Look at the branch. It's there. It's giving shelter. The second branch of the eternal Chaitanya tree, eternal tree. Can you tell that you're hooked into the eternal tree, my friends? Here, getting this? See, this is not a blind belief. Are you delivered? Well, I don't know. Let's see. What speculation I can take shelter of today. That's why they never clear. Even in Christianity, there's still a debate. Are you delivered? Well, we don't know. Can you lose your salvation? Maybe. I don't know. Nobody's clear about it. In Vaishnavism, yeah, well, I'm not delivered because my Guru Dev said after many, many lifetimes I'll be delivered. Oh, what kind of guru is that? There's not very much power there, huh? Here, you say, you come here, you're going to be delivered, man. We're already delivering you. What does that mean? What does it mean to be delivered? We deliver that baby Krishna. It's just, he's in you for me. You come here, you cause a pregnancy, and then he starts to kick. Like Rangaleka used to say, ooh, I feel this Krishna kicking. Get that going on inside you. And then he comes out right before you. And then you're like Vasudeva looking at the Krishna that came out of Devaki, you. Beautiful Krishna. Now you know what to meditate. Now all your problems go, right, Lalita? Now you can meditate happily on Krishna. Just look at Krishna. You're like Vasudeva, He's just, whoa, look at Krishna is born. He appeared. But this is better because Krishna left them. They're still in jail. But Krishna don't leave here now because this is another day. A special day has dawned. Lord Caitanya says, I come here to keep Krishna before you and not run away. Not go away. Just keep chanting. Keep sadhu sangha. And Krishna will stay before us forever. Sri Advaita Prabhu was the second branch of the tree. There are many sub-branches, but it is impossible to mention them all. You guys are like sub-branches. Your guru, the acharya, is the branch, the Guru Dev. See, you're all this, and you're a sub-branch. You could feel it, right? You feel how in your sector you're connected, and you're preaching, and people get it. They're connecting through you. Isn't that great? Win-win, man. I won, you win, and others win. See, we're all connected, branches and sub-branches. This is the real, what you read in the book is here in living color. See, that's called Book Bhagavat, the truth as it is, and the Devotee Bhagavats, the truth as it is in life, showing that this is authorized. The Lord is really living in us and in the midst of us. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also the gardener inside. Can you feel it? And as he poured water of his mercy on the tree, ecstatic devotion. When you chant holy name in ecstasy, that's the mercy, man. What other mercy is there? Give me mercy is empty words, see? And empty hand jobs. Oh yes, my dear disciples, man. Here, I give you my hand job, man. See the hand going back and forth? What are you getting? What kind of mercy? Oh, I'm getting the hand job, man. Getting jerked around, man. Getting jerked off. That's Maya, man. Illusion. Hand jobs. No, what's coming out of the hand? Give me mercy. I'm getting the hand. All empty. Everything is empty in this world without life. See? He poured water of his mercy. What is that mercy? Ecstatic worship, isn't it? Isn't that, you can see this, everybody out there, listen up, man. You can see the mercy of the Lord poured on this Sangha. Look at the devotees growing. Look at the devotees getting the shelter. Look at the devotees standing up and witnessing. And all you guys in ISKCON and all your groups can do is nothing but ceremonies. No standing up for the truth and witnessing what God, with Krishna, with the gardener, the Lord Caitanya is doing inside you internally, and the changes you're going through. You can't even speak a word about that because nothing's going on yet unless you come here. Oh, and then you have something to stand up for. Some real transformation. Real. What do you think? The same thing with Jesus's time. You know, those persons that got the Holy Spirit, they stood up. We got the Holy Spirit, man. It's made everybody saints. Wow, we got the mercy of Jesus. He was true. He was not a liar. Just like Gauridas. He may look like a fool, may act like a fool, but you're getting the mercy. It's not a lie. He's telling the truth. It works. He really did get the order of Prabhupada and the blessing of Krishna. You're all witnesses to that. That's the way it is. Guru is one. If it's not a Jesus trip, then it's no real trip at all in this world. You're just tripping on Maya, tripping all over the place. You got to do this kind of tripping, man. Tripping in ecstasy every day. Being watered by the mercy of Lord Caitanya was his ecstatic prema bhakti, man. Just declare it. Explain it. All the branches and sub-branches grew every day. Can you tell? Can you tell the branches and sub-branches growing here every day? And you look at these other gurus, dead branches, dead followers, no life at all. Dead rituals. That's why everything has to be some Hollywood blockbuster, because there's no real thing there. You need big deities and big temples and big pots of water and no eye sockets with any water to water the deity, to water these pastimes, to water the name. Day after day, the branches and stuff, that's the proof is in the pudding, right? We got some pudding here, man. It's thick. Not no watery stuff here. Thick pudding, man. You see the mercy. Look at these. Look at that river, man. She's chomping on the bread of life, the word of life, right? Look at Lilita there, dripping in the day after day. Is she growing or is she getting skinny? The only one getting heavy around here is Gauridas. Speaking of which, I got to take a walk pretty soon. The fruits of love of God that grew on those branches. See the fruits? Fruits! You see any fruits here? Any fruits of love of God? And I just love it. I just read the book and I can comment in life. Wow, what a concept. You girls, you wish you could do that, man. You can't read the book and comment that your disciples are like that. Come on, man. You know, I'm only saying this so people can wake up and see where deliverance really is. That's all. You know, I mean, I'm already free. They're free. You know, we're just here for you now. You know, we're on that Caitanya tree. You know, the leaves are here, the fruits are here, the flowers are here. You know, we're here to just comment and say, hey, you see what's happened in the book 550 years ago? Hey, that's going on here now again. Revival, love the mercy of Lord Caitanya. That's all. After a while, people will figure it out. It's a little repetitive thing. That's why the verses are always saying the same thing until people get the simple, pure, and simple truth. Don't tell me you got the truth, but you don't live it. Living the truth is not a hard thing. All you do is come to where the real devotees are, who have the real mercy of Lord Caitanya. They have the real prema. That's it. Is that too hard to do? Is to come to the real devotees and go in the door and become the shepherd of the sheep who also are looking for the door. They're looking all over there. The gurus are giving all their false ideas and conceptions, and they're all looking at the false ideas and speculations and conceptions and not getting this prema. All they have to do is look at the real conception of Lord Caitanya, the real mercy of Lord Caitanya, the real ecstasy of Lord Caitanya, and get it. These are words of life. This is the word of God, isn't it? Am I proving that this is the word of God? This scripture is the word of God. Isn't it? All the scriptures say the scriptures are Bhagavan in the book form. You ask the question, no blind belief. Gohari giving you the word of life, the word of God in the book as it is. Let's ask the question. And are these gurus giving you the word of life? If there is, then we get to see some life in them and you. Where are the tears? Where's the ecstasy? Where's the laughter? I want to see that holy laughter. I want to see the gardener has been activated in somewhere, except here. No activation. Not bona fide. You just got bones, man. Boners. Just boners, man. Not bona fide. We're bona fide, and there's nothing but boners out there. Bunch of bones, dead bones. What did Jesus say? You Pharisees, you Brahmins, you sannyasis, you so-called gurus. You're nothing but you look like white that nice dress, really nice, but inside dead bones. Boners, man. You're just a boner. Boneheads. Devotees have real intelligence. They're not boneheads. They got some skin, some muscle, spiritual muscle. See, we're muscle. You see our muscles? Can you see how ripped this is? How ripped the devotees are getting, man. Doing these exercises. Oh, you didn't think the spiritual body gets a workout? We do this. We're working out this. We're in the spiritual gym, man. Not mental gym, mind gym. They got mind gyms and all that stuff. And they got physical gyms. No, we're spirit gym here, man. We're working out the spiritual body. Notice, can you see it, how strong it's getting? Can you see Lalita's spiritual body, River's spiritual body? How strong, how buff it's getting? You see how ripped they are? Ripping through the Maya, the illusion, we're ripping it out, man. Ripping that speculation Bhagavatam up, just like Lord Caitanya did. Hey, give me that book, Acharya Dave. I won't rip it up because he actually did a good job on that translation. I got to admit, I don't read the purports because I'm not convinced, but he did a nice translation. So thank you for that. So I don't say I don't appreciate their service. This is how I reciprocate. I become more crabby, more rejection. That's how I pay them back. Without this type of preaching, they cannot move on. See, Lord Caitanya preaches real religious principles. This is a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Listen well, because this is what's going on here. Lord Caitanya preaches real religious principles through a low class, fourth class. Oh, yeah, guy like this. Fourth class Sudra to defeat. To defeat. Who? Sannyasis, gurus, Brahmins, who think they know everything about Krishna consciousness and know diddly squat. See? So they get a chance. Is Gohari preaching real real religious principles? I think so, because we get the desired result, making prema bhaktas. Are they preaching real religious principles? I think not, because they don't get the desired result of prema bhakti. Now, I think even Acharya Dev might start thinking straight if he listens to a couple of these classes. If you come here, Mr. Acharya Dev, now I promise to make you not only Krishna West, but you're going to be Krishna West, East, South, and North. You'll be doing some real everybody will be delivered because of you. How would you like to be a real guru and deliver prema? Now, come on, man, before you kick the bucket, you're getting old. All of you guys, any of you gurus, you're going to take up the challenge. Come here. We'll make you Krishna West, East, North, South. All directions. What is this Krishna West? Why not Krishna East, West, North, and South? Chunk change, come on, think a little bit. Think like, let's go for the rhinoceros. The fruits of love of God that grew on those branches of the Caitanya tree were so large that they flooded the entire world with love of Krishna. They flooded the world with what? With Vaidhi Bhakti? They flooded the world with what? Renunciations, dry renunciations. They flooded the world with what? Austerities. They flooded the world with what? Temples. They flooded the world with what? Flowers. Love of God for God's sake and your sake for sure. They flooded the world with love of Krishna. These fruits are getting, that's why it's easy for me to prophesy. I just read the book and I look at you guys. Your love of God is growing. Where is it going to go, man? I can just see the future because I see it. Like, boy, water of the mercy keeps flowing here. You guys keep growing and getting stronger. And the branches are growing every day. I'm just looking at reality, man. You're reality, man. You're my best reality that I can see. And every day, the fruits of those branches became so large, they flooded the entire world with love of Krishna. So that's where it's going, man. I ain't going to stop watering this tree. You're not going to stop being watered. I can see you're pretty dedicated, man. Where is this going to go? We're going to flood the world with love of Krishna. Yeah, we're going to make President Biden happy and Boris. They're not looking very happy. We're going to put smiles on their face. And Bill Gates, we're going to wipe that false smile off his face and give him a real heartfelt smile. And Fauci too, and all that hypocrisy comes out of his mouth. We're going to make him straight as an arrow. He's going to have trust in nature, trust in God. And he's going to say, he's going to be like that woman, who got the real devotion to Krishna awakened in her heart. He's going to take all his billions of dollars and throw it in the Hudson River over there in New York, the Atlantic Ocean. Oh man, I thought this was valuable. I thought it, cheating. I thought Bill Gates and Fauci, they're going to be scratching their head thinking, my God, I thought there was not enough room for everybody, but the Lord, what we got is he's an expanded God, man. He just if there needs to be room, he just expands like Vrindavan. He just expands the doggone place, man. It's only 33 miles in circumference, but boy, you can fit the whole, 3/4 of the creation in there, of the spiritual world. As the trunk and the branches were watered. See, trunk and the branches. See, the trunk and the branches. So the trunk, see, Lord Caitanya and Nityananda and Advaita were like the trunks. Well, Lord Caitanya was the real trunk. See, they were also worshiping Lord Caitanya. But the branches, are those which are connected to the trunk, Radha and Krishna. Lord Caitanya was a combined form of Radha and Krishna. That's why even Advaita was worshipped. Even Nityananda was worshipped. Everybody in Vrindavan worships Radha and Krishna. She's got the marks of God on her feet. See, as the trunk and the branches were watered, the branches and sub-branches spread lavishly, and the tree grew full with fruits and flowers. Fruits and flowers. So this is a miracle to see this kind of thing. This is very rare to see this kind of love of God. It's very special, very unique, and very beautiful, and very powerful. It reveals the true nature of the absolute truth to its fullest extent. And that's rare to see in this world. It's rare. What we're doing here is very rare. So is this little Sudra here not preaching the postgraduate course? Isn't that a miracle in itself? Isn't that the prophecy? Low class, fourth class. Do you see why the Lord has to do this? Because people get proud. I mean, this is a mercy for them. This is how I include. This is how the Lord includes these sannyasis and everything. Because a lot of them are sincere. I got to give them that. A lot of them are sincerely worshiping. A lot of followers are sincerely worshiping Lord. But, you know, if you're in ignorance and if you're blind, you're still not going to reach the destination until that ignorance and blindness is revealed. Dissipated. And it's the truth that'll set them free. They got to hear the truth. They have to get real knowledge from a real devotee. They have to see real ecstasy to know that this is the highest truth. This is the real Bhagavatam. The highest truth. The Bhagavatam is the highest truth distinguished from illusion for the welfare of others. And that's what we do here. That's the real Bhagavatam you hear here. They're not preaching it. Okay? You got to preach it and you got to demonstrate it, just like Lord Caitanya did. You got to be empowered to do it. See, some of the disciples strictly accepted the orders of the Acharya and others deviated, independently concocting their own opinions under the spell of Devi Maya. See, not only orders is a little more bitey. The ordering, you know, okay? And Prabhupada put that in there. But if you look at the verse, and we've had it already, if you look at the word for word, it's the opinion. That's what we hone in on. The opinion is the most important. Because if you accept the opinion, you follow the order automatically. Okay? So just like here, you notice some of the disciples here adhere strictly to the opinion. Right? I hear it in your preaching. The ones who really getting it, they preach the opinion of their guru because it's just the opinion of book. They got that. They preach that. And some independently concoct their own opinions. That's why we get, some devotees complain, oh, he's saying something different, all that. Yeah. That just happens. If they go on, they will lose the connection. They will not preach the real tree. It's always got to be the same preaching. Hey, this is how we keep this disciplic line intact. You have to have the real conclusion. Without real, genuine ecstatic devotion, you can't have the real conclusion. That's why Narayan Raj didn't do it. I didn't see ecstatic, the real thing there. Therefore, I saw the speculations and I thought, there's something wrong here. Something not right. What is this preaching that if you have ecstatic devotion, he's going to take it away? He took it away from a disciple so that they can preach. What kind of preaching are you doing? Not this kind. It's fine if you're saying, hey, listen, I can't preach this ecstatic devotion because it's, you're not ready for it. Let me preach the preliminaries and vites and all that. But if you say we're purebhakti.com, well, where's the pure bhakti? Where's prema bhakti? And what is this Radhe Krishna Vrindavan, all these confidential truths? But where is the ecstasy of that? See, without the ecstasy, it'll always be speculation. You cannot ascertain the truth without Radha's help. That's why even Krishna in Vrindavan, he says, boy, she really understands me because of the strength of her pure love for me, pure ecstatic devotion for me. Where is that? Without that, you're only going to speculate on the Krishna and Radha and Vrindavan. That's why we're successful here. See, because you see the real ecstasy gives Gaur Haridas, this fool, the ability to ascertain the real truth of these scriptures. And I preach that. And look what it does. Look at the result of that. We're not shooting blanks out of this mouth here. We're potent. Causes pregnancy in those who hear attentively, you see. Lalita became pregnant very fast. 5 videos, boom, the baby was kicking. And then all of a sudden, oh, beautiful. See, so some of it strictly accepted the orders of the Acharya, and others deviated, independently concocting their own opinions. Now that he's dead already, but he was a good example. What do you call, what's his name? Arjai. See, Arjai. Good example. He had some ecstasy he was getting, he was getting that, but he was independently concocting his own thing. When I started to hear his opinions, I thought, wow, this guy's really deviating now. You start to really like make up things, and he even said, I remember, Meena showed me what he said. He said, well, me and Gaur Hari, we just have different opinions. And he's right. He did. That's why it didn't work out right, and he ended up. You can't see your real intentions because your Trinavartas got you. He couldn't see what he was doing, how he was off. I mean, could you imagine him saying, "Well, I was actually Gaur Hari's guru in another way"? All these concoctions, unbelievable. That ain't in the line. You will never hear anybody. I was actually, the guru of my guru. Where is that in the thing? What kind of guru do you got? See, stuff like that. We still have it in there. And those persons, so, if I ever did leave, just watch out for that. That'll separate the line to the real line, and those concoctors will go off. So be ready for that. If it's in the book, it's going to be in our thing, and it is. See, we see that too. That help keeps those who want to stay in the line, and keep others in the line. Got to stay in the line. Okay? Like Meena, and Mahavirya. See, they thought they got it. They go and get a little thing, then they go off and they concoct their own opinions. And they say, well, it's Prabhupada's opinion that we're really doing. No, Prabhupada's opinion is this. That's why he said, Gaur Haridas, what you're doing has my full approval. See, because I'm bringing forth his real opinion, the postgraduate course, and they want to stay with, things that they don't understand. Yeah. But later followed 2 different opinions, ordained by providence. See, so like that, it all gets sorted out. The wheat from the chaff, the chaff, so the chaff goes out there, and the wheat stays here. See, the wheat has got the real bread, makes the real bread. The other doesn't. You notice the chaff goes out there, and it's just chaff. It's not really useful. It's not really. This is useful. This is useful to God now. See, this is the real dough that's going to become real bread. The other stuff is dry. Chaff, when you separate, you get that the chaff, they call it, or something, and it's dry. See, the other, you mix it in with the other ingredients, becomes nice and doughy, and then you bake it, becomes bread. See? This is spiritually, it's like that. The order of the spiritual master is the active principle of spiritual life. If you look in the word for word, it says the opinion, which we hone in on that. Not this, that kind of, the order, you do this, you do that, you do this, you wake up and, not that order. That's a Vaidhi thing. It's the opinion, like the word for word says. The opinion of the spiritual master, okay, is the activating principle. Those who agree with this opinion, their spiritual life is activated. If you don't, that means you agree with the Acharya Dev's opinion, your real spirit life is not activated. And proof is in your own experience. You're blind still. Where's the ecstasy? If you believe in the opinion of Narayan Raj, your spiritual life isn't active. That's proven. I went there. I was a year and a half. I didn't see any of this that's here. None. Okay? The opinion of the real spiritual master is the activating principle spiritual life. What does that mean? See, spiritual means spiritual. As it is real spirit awakening. Can you see that? Because if your spirit is awakened, if your relationship with Krishna, which is a spiritual awakening, talked about here, it'll be seen in your activities. It'll be seen in how you worship the Lord, not some dry worship, some external flowers and external ceremonies. You'll see an internal ceremony, a real initiation, your real spiritual merits. Can you see the same similarities of like a Lalita and a river before you and the goddess of fortune? Because they're goddesses of fortune, just like you read about in the book. Well, hey man, you get the chance to see this. This is what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to marry God, everyone. If that's not being done, your guru's impotent, shooting blanks out of his mouth. Not born of the word. You're boring, not born. Boring, bored, not born. See? False and true. Bored and born. Isn't that funny? From that one word, you get the real and the false. Boring, bored, and born again. Independently cocking their own opinions under the spell of day. See, that's illusion still. The illusion makes you disbelieve in the truth, and that keeps you in the Maya. So you're concocting your own understanding, your own opinions. What does the Bible say? Lean not unto your own understanding. I love that verse. I always loved it. And I always lived by that. No, I don't want to lean on the understanding of the scriptures, the real understanding. And because I was always awakened, as soon as I got the Bible, I was awakened. So I leaned on, I was able to ascertain this. I was able to lean on the understanding of God. I love that. I still do that, and I will do that all eternity like Narada Muni does. We lean on the understanding of the Lord and the Lord's real devotees. I lean on their understanding. See, it's my walking stick. It's the source of empowerment, not mental concoction. That's why this ultimately we're going to humble you with this preaching. You're not leaning on to the understanding. You're leaning onto your own mental concoctions, and proof of it, you are not awakened yourself, and you can't prove by awakening in others real devotion to Krishna. Yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. Narayan Raj, I did not see that. Therefore, I cannot say with certainty you're the spiritual master. Therefore, I neglect that. And you all should do that too. Why not? The scripture says, Hey man, don't you better if you get a real guru. How do you know you don't got Maya? How do you know you got Putana out there? She looks the part like a great devotee and everything, but she can't awaken ecstatic devotion. She can't prove that she's the real guru. Didn't I just quote the scripture? Yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual. Do you see certainty here? Can you be certain here? Are you certain that Charya Deva is a spiritual man? Are you certain the Ryan Raj? Well, where's the ecstatic devotion? You can't even show me one disciple in that group that looks like the devotees here. Looks like a Lalita or a Johan or a River or a Govinda or so many ecstatic devotees now. Not even one. So they can't nut with so. See, I like certainty. Don't you want certainty? How are you going to overcome doubt? You got to find a certain situation, and that's here, man. See, certain situation. See, this is a certain situation, and it certainly is that situation spoken about here in this verse. See? It is certainly true that Lalita Ganga's spiritual life has been activated in this association by listening. It is certain River's spiritual life. It's pretty certain, huh? Can you see it? Can you wake up from Maya, you guys out there? Jeev Jago? Am I not explaining the verse as it is, truly? And busting your, can't say it. It'll sound nasty, but it's true. Busting your kahunas? That's a nice way to say it. Exposing your weakness? Found the weak spot. Oh. Their own opinions under the spell of Devi Maya. See? Only the father knows his son. See, only Krishna knows his intimate friend. Same idea. And the son, see, the son knows the conclusive truth. See, the son, the representative in the world, person with a body. You know. See, they're the son. See, knows the father or the intimate friend. See? And then the son in this world, that's why they come here, can reveal the true nature, see, the true conclusion, the book Bhagavad. Bhagavan incarnate in the book, man, can reveal these conceptions of the true Bhagavan to whom he chooses, to whom you choose to listen to. See, at first the followers of Devotee Acharya shared a single opinion, but later they followed two different opinions ordained as by providence. Do you see that same thing? The verse here, and you see it goes on here. Sometimes people pick up their own, like my ex-wife. At first she adhered to the opinion, and then she started to get a little offensive, and then she started judging her, probably because she's living, and she said, oh, go hard. He's ordinary, he's just like, an ordinary person, even though she got ecstatic love awakened in her heart, oh, but that's ordinary, and start to, the mind sometimes does that. We were early in our preaching. I try not to let that happen again with people. You try to save them from that. But they later followed two different opinions. See, and when you get the different opinion, you split off from the line. You notice? All of a sudden, the real devotees look like fools. Mahavir said, oh, look at this ecstasy Lalita has. Oh, you're such a fool. My preaching is, oh, there's no ecstasy anymore. Yeah, that's right. None for you. A lot for us. Or my ex-wife, here's your service, your ex-wife. Oh, when am I open to my Guru? They're going to give me the mercy so I can cry some tears for love of God. When am I going to get the mercy for this? When? Well, when you understand your fault, you already had the line, the real line. Now you're in the, well, I got to attain Krishna thing, you know. I got to, and they give you the carrot, you know. Always dang, yeah, you'll attain. Just keep chanting your 1 lakh. Yeah, keep doing your near jaw austerity, Kadasi. Yeah, just do all these things. A lot of times they're not even doing it. You know, you never know. You could be a hypocrite guru. A lot of those around. You know, yeah, go get your shot, man, and everything will be well. You'll go back to the spiritual world of Vrindavan. Just get that poison injected in you, and put it. Definitely don't breathe. Make sure you wear your mask. Yeah, don't trust in your immune system. Get the shot. Yeah, because we don't trust this. We don't trust our immune. We don't even believe in nature. We believe in Biden. We believe in Fauci. We believe in Bill Gates. We believe in those guys, those rascals. That's why I poo these gurus. What? The Lord ain't even showing you what their nature is. They don't even show you their hypocrisy, their material motives. And you claim to be a spiritual master leading people into the eternal kingdom of God? Forget it, man. Come on. You can't see how the world is doing, the strong deception over the whole world, and you claim to lead people into Vrindavan? Give me that title. I'm going to rip it up right before everybody. I'll show you out there. I'll chant ecstatically even more by doing that, because the Prabhupada's jumping up and say, yeah, you give them hell, man. You take them out of hell. This hellish mood, these hellish ideas. What kind of, the Lord ain't even protecting them from the world. Can you imagine that? They believe in the worldly leaders who have turned on everybody. They made war with humanity. That's what demons do. This is that time. What, you can't see this? They don't think everything is normal. Everything's going to go back to normal. Are you kidding? We're in a war. This is the battle of Kurukshetra all over again. This is Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad's again. In action. And they're sitting there dreaming that they're gurus, man. Come on, Jeev Jago. Any of your followers ready to wake up? Yeah? Does Krishna have some sheep in your folds over there so that they can be led into the real kingdom? If not, we'll have to go after the Amy's and the Marias. So some of the disciples strictly accepted the orders of the Acharya. See, opinions again. That you could say that's the order. Just accept the opinions that are here, and you check and make sure that they're the real opinions. That's all. I don't want any blind believers. You go look in the books. If your guru is saying it and the books are saying it, and then you have ecstatic experiences saying it, obviously it's certain. You've got certainty. You watch how powerful you are. You be part of the 300 that overcomes the Maya for others even. You'll overtake the Maya. Maya is weak because of speculation and lies and ignorance. She's just this dark shadow. The shadow of the light. The light casts a shadow. Krishna's, this is all light and life. This is beyond even the mode of goodness. This is beyond good. Like Paul said, your good deeds are like filthy rags before what's really good. Hey, that's the spirit of bhakti, man, the spirit of truth. It just dissipates even the good. You have people realize, no wonder I thought I was good enough. That's what he's never been. You know, Lolita had that realization. Even Sachi has a. She thought I was good enough doing good deeds, but boy, I was getting burned out. What was going on there? Now I know. Now I know. I getting burned off because they ain't good enough for the Lord. Oh, she can. Oh, wow, this is amazing, man. I went in the door and now I'm good enough. Good. Can you imagine the Lord? You just went in the door and all of a sudden Lolita's good enough. River's good enough. Isn't that amazing? Just going in the door. What a great message. What a great good. Isn't talk about good news. That word good is not good enough for the news people can get here from you guys. You thought building hospitals and working for the welfare of others was good and going to make you good in the eyes of God. And then all the Lord is saying, no, you just walk through the door and you're just transformed into pure goodness because you're doing the real path. You found the real path and you're walking on the real path. It's so easy. Just walk in the door and get. You know, it's like walking into the, you know, those car washes, man, automatic car wash. Hey, great, man. You know, I used to have to go with the wand and all, man, I hated that kind of washing. Now I just put the coin in and go through the car wash. That's the bona fide where you go in there, everything goes automatically. I just sit in the car. You sit in the car, I go all the. That's what Maria's finding that out. She said, "This is amazing, man. I just sit in the car. I go through the car wash. You know the up and down emotions for a time. You know the roller coasters. You know, and then the ecstatic awakenings. And so you get washed off, and you come out squeaky clean." And all these people doing everything the hard way, many lifetime preachings, and that's there you get what their word is. Here you come in the car wash. Just come in, drive your car here. Your body's your car. Just drive in. This is drive-in preaching, right? Just turn your camera on. You're driving in the car wash. Can't be any easier than that. Don't you have to, you know, you just turn the camera on and you go entering the car wash. Automatically the vacuum's vacuuming off all the dirt, and you know, and the water's just coming over you, man. The tears are coming, man, all that, man. Sent to the car wash. Active principle spirit, anyone who disobeys the order of the spiritual master, opinion again. Anybody who goes against the opinion of the spiritual master immediately becomes useless. Have you noticed that? Mina, useless. That's why she's gone. Mahaviriya, useless. That's why you're gone. Premanidi, useless. That's why you're gone. What kind of use have you done? What are they doing? Nothing. Same old, same old. Trying to look good and proud and definitely dry. They're useless. I even told my wife, I said, you were doing such good service. You know, she was transcribing like the wind and then getting these books out and stuff, you know, and then I'm going to Narayana Maharaj, I'm going to go to the Radhakund Babaji's, and then she goes and gets a friggin' job on the stone deities making flowers, you know, and her hands got rot. She had to wear gloves. They were so like rotting off, and it was like a message from Krishna. I said, you had such great service. You're practically delivering people, helping me deliver the world, you know, and now you're going to do the stone deities and the flowers and the pray to my own good day. When are you going to give me mercy? You had the friggin' mercy, you idiot. The hands are just getting it right. Look at all these diseases on my hands doing the flowers because they want me to do more flowers for the stone deities, and they're just sitting there eating and sleeping, and that's it. And having their big thing, and this guy is sitting on his canopy with this thing. I'm such a great devotee, man. Just fanning him, and he's talking his bullshit, man. purebhakti.com without any pure friggin' bhakti. Come on, wake up, man. It's Kali Yuga. You need a strong message. You need strong drink, strong ecstasy, and strong truth, man, to overcome this crazy stuff. Yeah, practical service. See, useless. I even tell you, useless. Look at your hands, man. Fungus all over them, man, and all that. What are you? Because the message, great. You could have been typing, man. And you're so ecstatic and everything. Now you're still praying. When are you going to get delivered and all? You're an illusion. Somebody should send her this video and knock her socks off. It's true. See, useless. Look out. Your guys are, don't you feel the usefulness of this preaching? Do you see how it's giving shelter to people? You know, people coming. You see, useful means you're delivering others. You're taking them out of the Maya. They're getting real food. Their spirit is becoming awakened. You're winning souls back into the kingdom. That is useful to God. Otherwise, the whole world is useless to him. He's thinking, what is this? These people. That's why, you know, the demons, they see the dark side of that. See, because it's a dark thing. They look at the people. They're all useless eaters. What are they doing for the world? And it's kind of true, but they're part of that. What are you doing for the world? You're just part of the Lord destroying the useless eaters, and you're a useless eater too. Without devotion, you're useless, man. Really, the Lord's thinking. That's why. Why do you think? Why would He destroy the world at a certain point? Why does He do it in different cycles too? Why does He do it even in our generation? Why is He destroying everything now? Because it's friggin' useless to Him. Without ecstatic devotion, what good is it? And you know what I'm talking about, who get ecstatic devotion. What good is all this bullshit going on here? It's just nonsense. Lord Brahma, he said, you know, I created everything in this world and all the bodies and people's relationships and all these things. And it's all nonsense because it's disconnected from the truth. I come here to cause disconnection. Thankless service, actually. He's doing it, the Lord ordered it. He is a place of jail for people who, you know, are here and they're, you know, still interested. They're mesmerized by the illusion. Well, anyway, here's your chance. Here's your chance, ISKCON and all you other groups. Here's your chance. You can get out of it. Gaudiya Smriti also. You're proven. You had 20 years, 30 years with Narayan Maharaj, 40 years doing Vaidhi Bhakti principles, 40 years with these, 50 years with these gurus now. Who's out? Only people here are getting out. You can see with your own eyes, these devotees are in Prema Bhakti that the Lord brought here 550 years to get people out of the material universe. You can see with your own eyes these things. Useless eaters. That's everybody. See, you know why? What is a useless eater? It's not that you're just eating. Useless. Useless eating means you can't eat the bread of life. This is the real. This makes you useful. See, this gives God a chance to express His glory in this world. You can understand what it is, what the goddess of fortune is this connection, this eating, this nourishing food of chant the holy names of the Lord to the point of it being ecstatic like your guru, right? Or even more so, the Lord give more mercy. Some devotees here are more ecstatic than their guru. These shall do greater things than I. See, the verses come out here. All the verses of Jesus, everything Jesus said happens here, because the same God that was pushing him, was working through him, is working here also. Ye shall do greater things. All these. That's why I love Jesus's essential preaching. It's true. reaching into the different folds. The Lord, my Lord, Lord Caitanya, and a lot of, has sheep in these folds. They're meant to be here to get this kind of shelter so they can either awaken or nourish what they already have awakened from a previous life, because they're certainly not getting it there. Not with these unawakened gurus. Not with these people who have the shelter of Putana still. That's not any shelter at all. The false representatives. She looked good, man. She looked times. They dress really nice and they speak all kinds of nations, but no ecstatic love awakens in anybody, shows they're the false followers. Show there's some Putana still in them. They're not the real Vrindavan resident. You come here, if I see that, you're going to get a beating, man. Beating with the truth. I'm going to beat you. That's what we do in Vrindavan. Even Lord Shiva came to Vrindavan, and he took a gopi body on. And you see a little puta in him at that time. He took a gopi body, and the gopi said, "What is this? You're not a gopi." And they started slapping him. "You're not a real thing. You're an imitator." Slapping him. And then I think one gopi came and said, "Oh, come on, you slapped him enough. Accept him, purify him." Oh, well, that's what the slaps were for. That's what these slaps are for God's sake. I'm slapping you guys and gals out there. You're not real gopis. You're not real residents of Vrindavan. You're going to give you a slap. So that you can become a real, Shiva got a spiritual body because of those slaps, and you're going to get one too. But he asked for it. I don't want to follow. Too bad. Whether you ask for it or not, my Lord came to give it, whether you ask for it or not. Therefore, we do the same thing. Whatever is in there is here. Whatever you read in the scriptures is here. The ecstasy in the scriptures are here. The truth are in these scriptures, truth is here. Force feeding is there, force feeding is here. Hey, Rupa Goswami said, "I was unwilling to drink this devotion, and my Guru Dev forced me to." Right, River? Forced her. Force feeding. And very happy for it now, right? It's like a mother, putting spinach dribbling all over the face. There's some gets in there. And the baby gets strong, eating its vegetables. Anyone who disobeys the orders or the opinions of the spiritual master immediately becomes useless. And so you see that. Anybody who accepts the orders and opinions of the spiritual master, the opposite is true, becomes useful. Can you feel your own usefulness? You feel it, man. You feel, yeah, man, I'm useful. Part of this family, man. Got some work to do, man. Like Lalita and her and Jan, they're going out there and chanting and very joyful, in the world. Isn't it great there, Lalita? I'm going to take Maria out there. We're going to go out and stroll a little bit with our little mics. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I think we're yeah. Okay. The last thing. There is no need to name those who are useless. I have mentioned them only to distinguish them from the useful devotees. And you see, same thing. I only mention them to show what is really useful. Who are the useful devotees? What is prema? What are the real followers? We distinguish from illusion. See, they need to do that. Otherwise, people don't have any distinction. They don't know where the real path is because only the false one is preached. You need the real Bhagavatam. You need to be, anybody want deliverance, you have to be the Maharaj Parikshit. You have to be the Bali Maharaj. You have to be the wives of the Brahmins who go to the ecstatic devotees who teach you the confidential truth. See, then you can also help others distinguish this illusion. Okay? So paddy is mixed with straw at first. See, paddy and straw. And then one must fan it to separate the paddy from the straw. See, so that's why Jesus said, God has sheep in many different folds. So he reaches in with his preaching and pulls out those sheep that are meant to be delivered. That's what we're doing. See, paddy is mixed with straw at first. So people, when I came to Krishna consciousness, I was mixed in with the straw. See, the straw is there, the straw, the chaff, the Vites, the ones who are not awakened yet. See, and gradually was fanned with Prabhupada's books. See, and the ecstasy awakening, Chaitanya's mercy, Lord Chaitanya's mercy. See, was fanned. The Holy Spirit fans that. See, separates. Even from within us, you feel the separation. See, separation of the false ego, you notice? Separates that. So just the paddy is there. Just the substance is there. See, that's why you'll get off of the roller coaster. See, and get on the real fun one. See, the one where the party roller coaster is. Ecstatic union and separation. Yeah, so we'll stop here. I hope you like this discourse. I hope you like this comedy act today. And please, let me feign this a little bit. Oh, please accept my humble obeisances and please forgive my offenses to all you pure devotees out there. You straw out there, I'm sorry I had to fan a little bit here. Get some wind going, man. Bellows. When it fire something up, and I'm just a blacksmith. What do you expect, man? We got to go with it. Heat, get that fire hot. Heat things up, man. Get the bellows, man. Blow, fan and fire. Get into a blaze. Blacksmith, new hat today. I didn't know as a blacksmith. Forging steel, man. Forging Excalibur. You're the Excalibur out there. We're forging. You're in the fire. We got the bellows going. We got the wind going, fanning the fire. Like this. And you're gonna come out as an Excalibur. River's an Excalibur, man. Watch out for that sword, man. It's already doing it. I see she's going all over Facebook, man, interacting with people, calling them out, making her comments boldly. That's the way you got to do it. You got to play on Facebook, man. Yeah, play with the devotees, man. Just shock them, man. Shock therapy. People need it. Shock them, man. Get them to go, who do they think they are? Well, we're the real representatives of Lord Chaitanya's grace place. We got flowing grace here. What do you guys got? We never ask such questions. Don't ask it. We'll excommunicate. Well, we're already outside your sangha. We're here trying to bring you in our sangha. Why we don't like outsiders. We want all insiders. We want everybody inside. We're servants of Lord Caitanya. He wanted everybody. Don't you remember the Lord's order? He said, my name is Vishvambara, and I will prove my name is true. I am the maintainer of all the universes. And this will be actualized if I can fill the universe with love of Krishna. We're like that. Announcement. Not a commercial. This is an announcement. Pronouncement. We're going to follow the director who wants to fill the universe with love of Krishna, right? Love of Krishna, man. Love of Krishna is the will of God. Prove me wrong, Narayan Maharaj. What is this many lifetimes before people get love of Krishna? What is it? Why so long? We'll shorten it, man. We'll get this prema going now. Make everybody useful. Make them follow the real will of God. Wants everybody. Didn't I just say, my name, the Lord said, my name is Vishvambara, and it will be actualized if I can fill the universe with love of God. That's why we got a lot of work. We will not run out of service. Endless service, man. And it's a lot of fun. Doesn't take, just naturally, it's like breathing, man. We're going to fill this universe with love of Krishna. We're going to get people to meditate on that as the ultimate goal of life. We're going to prove that is the ultimate goal of life. Everybody, you New Agers, you self-development people, you ISKCON devotees, you should be focusing on the supreme goal of life now. That is the will of Lord Caitanya, is to prema bhakti is the ultimate goal of life, the ultimate treasure of life. Now it is time to focus, refocus. Thought I was going to stop. Well, Lita had to go. So it's like, this guy's going on too long, man. You're right. Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out with us, listening to this mild message. And I spoke very humbly, with great humility. No audacity here, man. No. No audacious message. No. Okay, River, give us a word now. Your turn. Closing word.
Brilliant. It's amazing how it's becoming so clear and so light-hearted and funny and joking. So yes, authoritative and straight talk that is light and light-hearted, and it feels like that now because of going through all of that, clearing out all of the rubbish that just takes our focus, and just taking all the focus here, bringing all that attention here, and receiving the deepest of the Lord here again and again, and it's happening. It's so clear. Your words are brilliant. They have been brilliant from the beginning. I do see classes from the beginning. What you're saying then, you're saying now. It's just much more clear for me anyway, and for everybody really. So much more clear, and the party has really started now. The party has started now, and it's really great. Thank you very much. Coming here is like resting in the Lord, and being in that transcendental potency. The spirit is being in spirit here, and receiving spirit, and connecting to spirit, and staying connected to spirit, and it's all come clear because of hearing from you again and again. So thank you very much, and thank you to our spiritual family as well. Yeah. It's been really wonderful. Just one thing. With KSD, a devotee said to me, staying around that can be poison all the time. Well, I've actually done a lot of the things that Karuna does, and I see what's happening. I see the destruction of it, because I've experienced it myself, and I can see that and move away from that much clearer now. Know all of those tricks.
Yeah. I mean, the bottom line is, I'm just looking at you now. If it was like poisons and stuff you can't handle, why are you looking so good? Why are you feeling that bottom line? It's like, hey, obviously you may be able to handle it. See, it's not People project. I just look at symptoms. I mean, if this was really devastating you and all, you would look at like, and you have you better take a little bit. But if you're looking strong, man, and ecstatic, I mean, hey, I am the same. Just carry on. Whatever you're doing is working. He's going to only benefit. Man. Means you're overwhelming him now.
Don't get me wrong, I have been through some of that stuff that you've just mentioned,
Yeah.
but I've had help and I've had forgiveness,
Yeah.
the strength of forgiveness, to be able to keep going through, keep letting go of that vibration. And
Well, that's a symptom of when your bhakti is strong, love of God, the awakening, it causes naturally in the heart forgiveness.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Real compassion. Otherwise, everybody's thinking about themselves.
Everything that I receive here,
Even the
Maharaj.
mode of goodness. Yeah, people still they do things. There's no selflessness in the mode of goodness.
No.
You always want something. I mean, you're nice and you do good things, so it makes you feel good. But there's a pure goodness that also makes you feel good, but it's topmost about everything because that reveals everything. It reveals the highest truth, complete truth, everything. That's, you realize that we and the Lord share the same pure heart. See, purified heart. That's it. And that's the full summum bonum. That's Vrindavan. So anyway, we got a great service to do for the world. And see, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. You see why Jesus said that, because this is not an easy state of consciousness to have manifest in this world. But when it is, watch out, man. Things happen. We're here it's called divine intervention now. The world needs it badly now.
Yeah.
That's why it's here. You'll see as things roll. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to take a little walk here and move around a little bit. See you later. Huh?
See you later.